back at it. Episode 9, episode 10. I think it's episode 9. Spilled Milk Podcast. You know, today we got a special one. Like, I mean, lately we've been doing like the interview formats, which is cool. Met a lot of cool people, you know, took in a lot of game, especially that last one, you know, most recently. Sat with Jesse, the comedian. I think I learned a lot in that one.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, the people have been asking me, and I get DMs on this, like, we need you back riffing. We need you back riffing on topics, you know what I mean? Like, we want to hear your thoughts on this kind of shit. And, you know, I'm like, who better to have across my side than the great and powerful Kyle Bowen?
Damn, the riffer, yeah. The riffer,
The
man.
riffer.
I'm back, man.
You know, people really liked that episode, too, though, the one that me and you did.
No,
You know,
I love it,
was
man.
great banter, great energy back and forth. You know, it was awesome.
Dude, I love talking shit, man. I'm trying to get to a point where I'm just so good at talking shit that somebody else wipes my ass, you know?
Yeah.
Straight
Coming,
up,
man.
dude.
It's coming very soon. All right, let's get straight into it, man. Honestly, the fan, I don't even want to say fan, just like the supporters, the followers,
Yeah.
everyone that sent in questions, like it was overwhelming. Like usually I get maybe like 7 or 8. There was like probably 20 in this.
Damn.
20 package. Like, you know, like there's so many people that showed love and like, honestly,
Wow.
keep sending them through. Any topics that you guys want, I'll put it up once a week. And, you know, even the guests that come on, like, you know, let's get away from the interview aspect, I think.
Damn.
A little bit of interviewing
Yeah.
just to kind of see who they are, but mostly, like, let's get people's thoughts on shit, man, because I think that's what people want.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
man.
Let's get straight into it.
You know, that's just the obvious, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
People want to hear Randy, you know, engage with what's going on with the
Yeah.
world, because I feel as if, and this happens often in years or in time, but straight up, September, October of 2024,
Mm-hmm.
dude, it's a pretty intense time in the
Oh,
world,
yeah,
especially
absolutely.
in the West over here. And, you know, you can talk about the presidential election, or you
Yeah.
can talk about P. Diddy, man.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
straight
Speaking
up.
of P. Diddy, the freak off.
Dude. Yo, speaking of the freak off, you know, I saw him talk to Conan O'Brien, and again, I don't know if this video footage is real or if it's like some AI generated stuff, because that's just the world we live in. You just don't know. But they were talking about how back in '02, P. Diddy was talking about the recipe for not essentially the freak off, but a really good party. Okay, but you can tie 2 and 2 together, and a lot of it had to do with alcohol,
Yeah.
because he could talk about alcohol on TV. You know, real talk. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But the other aspect was making sure the parties were really, really hot. Like no
Yeah.
no AC,
Oh,
no
interesting.
AC in the room. And apparently, you know, the party gets a little bit more looser. But I wonder if like he knew that it tapped into like making motherfuckers more horny or something. You know?
Yeah.
Like the heat or something. Like, does it make us act like motherfucking cavemen or something? I don't even know. Like, what's going on?
Well,
you know?
you just came back from Mexico.
Oh,
and you
shit.
So you just came back from Mexico, and like, you know, anytime that you go to one of those tropical places, like the energy is different. You know what I mean? Because it's like kind of like, okay, we already feel gross. It's grimy in here. Like now it's just like, let's go forward, right? Because it's already, you're dripping now. You're not worried about it. Now, the worst thing you can do is put a lot of brown people in a room like that. You know, don't get to, but like, you know, like, so yeah, it's just these like sweaty, like gross, I guess inhibitions are lower. People don't give a fuck as much because
Yeah.
now everyone's like an equal level of dirty at this point.
I get what you're saying.
So let's let it go.
Yeah, man. That's when you turn
So-
into a freak or something, you know?
And like
It's
you
some
got-
animalistic or
Yeah.
just hornyistic thing that
Yeah,
happens to us,
for
you
sure,
know,
man.
for real.
And I
P.
think
Diddy,
like,
man.
I think while you're at those parties though, like people probably start off tame. You know, we got friends in the music industry now. People are touring. You know, you've heard stories
Yeah.
here and there about what they're doing. Like, and like, okay, yeah, it's like a couple of girls will come back to the hotel room. You know, there's a little bit of a scene.
Damn.
You're kind of out there on a different thing. But I think as you continue to level up, and, you know, another guy sent a great, my boy, Fit Nation by Ben, or Fit by Ben.
Yeah.
He basically said, he's like, do you think it happens in the Punjabi music industry? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But I think as you level up, I think the parties are going to get crazier and crazier. And I think people just get a little bit more decrepit.
Yeah, especially if there's no AC, man.
Yeah.
And just free liquor.
Well, that's by choice,
like,
though.
let's pack it up. Let's have the best DJs. Let's give out free liquor, and let's not have no AC.
Yeah. I guess people got to leave the party then. You know, they got to get out, get some fresh air.
But maybe
There's
the
more of a
music is
vibe
so
out
good
there.
and you're so vibey that you just don't want to leave. We've all been there, you know?
Yeah.
Next thing you
Yeah.
know, it's 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And people have their shirts off just because, and they're still partying together. And it's like, you
Yeah.
know, you brought up Vegas. It's like that all inclusive, like, day party vibe, you know,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
sweaty,
Yeah.
but nobody gives a fuck, and everyone's in the pool, and everyone's just
Yeah.
fucking there's a lot of people who are more hornier and stuff. It's
Yeah.
just like crazy. What's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
it's a
And
vibe.
you just-
Everyone's there to get fucked, you know, like
Damn.
in terms of like party hard. Like no one's really kind of holding back. I wonder though,
Okay.
do you think even celebrities when they're throwing like the big parties, do they have shitty ones? You know, where people just aren't really, you know, there. Like the energy's a little off. Or do you think
Yeah.
all of these parties, like people are like, yo, we're going to get fucked up. Like everyone's like, numerous people are leaving, like blacking out and like getting carried out and shit. What kind of party is that?
I think in the beginning stages of your celebrity or your rise to success, I think in the beginning, like some of them could miss, but you
Yeah.
get to a point where none of them miss.
Yeah.
I believe that
Yeah.
because the invite list is just full of people. Like fuck who these people are. Just the quantity is so much. You have
Yeah.
the space to have that many people
Yeah.
over. You have resources to again free liquor, the best DJs,
Yeah.
the best sound systems.
The drugs,
The drugs,
fucking
the everything,
women,
the woman,
everything.
the
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
You have all the fucking, you have the Rolodex of like all the women that are in like all these music videos.
Yeah.
Like if they're not even celebrities, they're just like the baddest
Yeah.
of girls. Like boom, bam, it just all
Yeah.
happens. At one point, you can just throw the craziest
Yeah,
parties.
absolutely.
Dude, but like, to me, it's like, it's interesting to me how even as he got older, allegedly, he kept the parties going.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to ask. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, I think like I definitely want to experience a lot more partying before I completely settle down because
Yeah.
there's been such a shift in that happening in my life over the last like 3 or 4 or 5
Yeah.
years, right? So I think that
Gotten better,
when-
or you've tamed it
it's,
down?
no, it tamed it down, but not because it was getting bad.
Yeah.
just because
You need to taper off sometimes.
you just
yeah,
it's just the time and
yeah.
and like getting fucked up in public. Because I like getting fucked up, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but getting fucked up in Vancouver public is different because you're here all the time, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not popping off on this side of the world yet when it comes to whatever the fuck we're doing, but it's still like you don't want to be fucked up around all your friends, your family, your colleagues. Like it's different vibe. Like I want to go on vacation and party, get a private island. Private island. Whoa, sorry. You can't say that anymore, dude.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers
Kyle's been
wreck
to the Epstein parties, right?
These guys wreck private islands, man.
That's a big slip.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be on a
Actually,
boat, drunk,
10
music playing with all your homies. Like that's like I don't want to stop.
10 years from now, like, you know, we're going to go back to that, like, private island thing and be like, oh, God, it's like I knew about it all the whole time.
These guys wrecked. They're wrecking islands,
Yeah.
private islands, and like crazy partying.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if you're hosting parties in your 40s.
Yeah.
Are you-
Oh,
are you-
yeah.
are
No,
you-
no,
are you
it's on.
are you considered just a fucking freak?
No, definitely not. I think it's industry specific. Even now, like, honestly, we live in Vancouver and, like, you know, you just mentioned, like, you know, you don't want to be fucked up around here. I think that I've never had that inhibition. You know, I like to party. Like, you know,
Yeah.
obviously some nights, like, you don't really want to be, like, hammered.
Yeah.
You should have maybe one of those a year when you just get, like, really
Just in the
rough.
city, one hammer.
Yeah, like really
Cool.
hammered. Most times you should keep it like fairly tame. Like I'm one of those people that just gets a little bit beyond,
Yeah.
you know, like 5-6 drinks. You know, I like to have fun, right? I like to,
Yeah.
you know, I'm out
You're
there,
11,
you know?
11, 13 minimum.
Yeah. I think so. That's fair.
Yeah. I'm talking ounces, you know?
yeah.
So like it might be like 8 drinks, like 6
Yeah.
doubles, whatever.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
minimum.
Yeah. I think so. If it's a night to go
Yeah,
out.
yeah, it's a vibe.
If but otherwise, like, you know, I've really started to tone down, like, in general, like I haven't drank in close to like 10 days now.
Yeah.
But like not like when I mean drink, I mean like a beer or something. You know what I mean?
10 days, man. Congratulations,
10
man.
days, like I haven't had a beer, like
Yeah,
I haven't
bro.
had like a White Claw or something. You know, like
Yeah.
in 10 days, like I'm
Nice, man.
like done.
But
I
you
got a
did,
buddy
you
of
did
mine.
have a hit of a joint at 10 in the morning here, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
Damn, bro. I love it, man.
You got to keep uplifted though.
You
I
know,
got a
when
buddy
you,
coming in
when you
next
did
week.
that, sorry to cut you off. When
Yep.
you did that, when you hit that joint, I was like, wow, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Why did I
Morning
say
one.
thanks?
You know what, man? Keep it flowy.
I'm a
We
toxic person, man.
You know, join the coffee, man. Can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong,
Um,
man.
So I got that question. He's like, "Do you think there's freak off parties happening in the Punjabi music industry?" Now, you know, the FBI breaks into Diljit's house and he's got 1,000 baby oil bottles. He doesn't think much of it. You know, we're Gandhis, man. We use baby
true,
oil in our hair.
true.
You know?
100%.
We're
100%.
things, right? We use it there. He's like, nothing to see here.
Yeah.
However, do you think Diljit could get to a point when he could have a freak off party? Or has it happened, but they're just super low key about it?
Dude, I don't
Garnazla, you know,
I
like-
don't know much about these guys.
Yeah.
As far as like personality, as far as like a little bit of their past, because P. Diddy, I don't even know if I have to use the word allegedly. Like, this guy was always, like, living on his own terms.
Yeah.
Like, always breaking the rules, like, in his own way, you know?
Yeah.
I remember reading a story.
Bad boy. Bad boy for life.
There you go. What I'm saying, like, that, it was part of his,
That's
like,
the brand.
Not even his brand, his personality was, like, sometimes you got to be so delusional that you kind of, like, ignore the world. But when it comes to the point where you can ignore the world and not give a fuck about, like, repercussions or all that stuff, it's just, like, you do reckless shit, you know? There was a story back in, like, the early 90s where P. Diddy, like, loved throwing parties, loved throwing events, loved doing it bigger than ever. And he actually crammed, I don't know if it was, like, a high school gym or like, a small venue with so many people that the bleachers actually fucking broke. And people died.
Wow.
People fucking died. Like, this is in the early 90s. I read this in a Biggie book. Like, so it just, he's always been pushing that line.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't know if Karan Aujla and Diljit, because I don't pay attention that much, if they're, like, about the ego, about, like, yo, flexing on motherfuckers, about I throw the craziest parties, I'm that motherfucker. Because with P. Diddy, it just felt as if that was the case.
Yeah. So based on that, have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream? All right, guys, we take a quick break to shout out one of my sponsors, Wolfco, who actually makes some of the most premium underwear that I've ever worn. I'm not just saying that. Like, they got the vented front here, you know, when your regions get a little bit hot, and they got the vented back here when your regions get a little bit hot. No more sweat, no more smell. This is some really, really good underwear. And as you can see by this picture, it makes your package look real nice too. Wolfco. Based on that, have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream? Requiem for a Dream? No. I could be fucking butchering Requiem, but yeah, Requiem for a Dream. It's like one of those old Jared Leto movies about, like, you know, them doing, like, drugs. And I think even Marlon Wayans is, or one of the Wayans brothers is in that movie. It's one of those, like, I don't even want to say cult classics, but one of those movies that, like, everyone, like, should see because it's just so good. Super well shot, very cool. But in that movie, same thing. Like, there's this one girl, she has to basically go to a freak-off party where there's just a bunch of guys in, like, a hotel room, and, like, the lights are off and they got their camera flashes, like, not their phones, but, like, the flashing. And they're throwing, like, money at these girls who are just performing sex acts in the middle of the room. So essentially, like, when I was hearing the freak-off parties, like, if you see that scene, it's jarring. You're just like, holy fuck, this is terrible. You know, there's nothing, like, cool or sexy about it. It's just like, you're in hell. And it's a really creepy scene, and the director does a great job of conveying that. Yeah. It's uncomfortable to watch. So that was what I thought. And, you know, we'll watch a YouTube clip after.
No, it sounds interesting. It's like, yo, guys, like, just, like, use Pornhub. You know how they're trying to buy bad porn or, like, just make it harder to... Dude, I think we need to let people watch porn because they're going to get to that point where that's, like, the normal. Or, like, I think... Because that's fucking crazy. That's, like, so much suppressed fucking sexual energy or just so much of it in general where, like, you got to do shit like that. Like, I'm going to go out to a party and that's going to be a part of the party.
I think that's exactly what it is, though. Like, suppressed aside, it's that you have access to it all the time. You know, because a lot of stars and stuff, they get hooked onto drugs, like, you know, doing a lot of blow or whatever. It's because they can afford to do it, right? When you're making, like, you know, 10 million or so a season, or
what else are you gonna do with
you
your
know,
money?
10 million a year, for, like, all, like, the big artists and things like that. You know, you're just partying and doing drugs and et cetera, like, that just becomes it. So now you have access to all these women. So the sex is getting crazier. And, like, maybe some of the ideas you saw in porn are, like, what you're kind of doing. Because, like, no one's probably thought of anything new under the sun. So you might be following other people or other stories that you heard, and you're trying to think of how you can one-up it. And I think that's where the decrepitness kind of comes in.
And not to stray so far away from the whole Punjabi aspect of it, because I definitely want to touch on that too. Because you guys are the most populated people. Like, some of the most, like, you know, you can put two and two together. I mean, you guys are some of the horniest people ever, right? Right? And then you throw in the Hindus, like the Kama Sutra and stuff like that. Like, dude, like, you never know. You never know. But I wonder if it happens so much in that industry because it's such a, like, going into this, you have to be, like, so absorbed in yourself and, like, think you're going to do all these things and think you're going to impress all these people. And, like, you built up, like, this hierarchy within yourself. And you also, I don't want to say you start cutting people off, but you start, like, building a new life where, like, before you know it, you don't have any close friends anymore. And then, like, the people that you meet in your mind or your perspective, they're friends, but there's always like they're just like industry friends or like what
Yeah.
could they do for me? So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess what I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to say is like people make it in this industry and they climb the ladder and they have all these fake, non-organic,
Yeah.
like spiritual friendships, and since they're just around people that always just want to impress or like I don't know,
Yeah.
just do something, they just it's easy for them to follow and accept that activities like this they're just
Yeah.
cool and you get away with it. Like, oh, this is just normal. If you
Yeah.
have money and power,
That's just what it is.
we're not doing anything. We're just partying with some cocaine and some drugs, and motherfuckers are getting horny and fucking.
Yeah.
And like, yo, you can watch orgasms on www.orgasm.com. Like, this ain't bad. Blah blah blah. But before, it just like you said, it sounds like hell, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a scene from hell.
Yeah, no, it's actually hell, man. And apparently, like, they have like red lights and like all this other kind of
Dude.
shit going on. But yeah, I wonder, man. Honestly, like the two biggest guys right now are Diljit and Karan Aujla.
Yeah.
There's that guy from India coming up, the Hanuman Khan guy. You know.
Oh yeah,
you know,
the rapper dude.
Yeah, that rapper dude, like
Yeah.
AP Dillon. I mean, these guys are. You know what? When you're a guy coming to Canada, the States from India, like it's tough, man. Like
Yeah.
you're basically invisible to
Mhm.
all the girls that you want to sleep with.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe you can get some other girls who maybe
Yeah.
aren't there, but you're basically invisible.
Yeah.
And now you got the fame and power and like the
fresh
whole
face.
Punjabi Indian music scene is fucking really popping right now. Like
Yeah.
it's arrived, right? It's its own subsection now. It's not just like something that the mainstream never thought of.
And it's only gonna get bigger.
Yeah. So now you actually have access to this. You got white girls who are looking at these guys like, oh, you know what? He's a different star. Like, I'll fuck that guy. Sure.
Nice beards.
Yeah.
Yo, brown
Why
people
not?
might have the nicest beards.
Yeah.
Boom, bam.
Dang.
Before you know it, all the girls just like, damn.
Yeah. So like we were talking about it last episode. Like when's the like? Actually, no. This is irrelevant. But now you have access to this, and you were suppressed your whole life. So when do you start emulating? Be like, you know what? Maybe I'm the guy in the Punjabi music industry. You know, I'm gonna have the freak offs. How many people are really doing just a slight level below this? Like, you know, ball players or any other rappers are probably spilling Hennessy on girls while they're like slamming them, and in the strip club, they're creating that environment at home, right? Or am I?
No, I wonder.
Yeah, that's got to be happening. Come on.
It could be happening, but there's also been, I feel like more and more successful people in the world, like the personalities of some of them, I'm not gonna say most of them,
Mm-hmm.
have kind of like balanced itself out. I think back in the day, you could only have that like cool personality
Mhm.
and like you're just going out all the time to be successful and famous. But now I feel as if there's a lot of introverts or a lot of video game players. Or
Yeah.
I'm not saying they play video games to be successful. I'm talking about like they're playing in the NFL and they're
Mhm.
like the best athlete, but they go home and play video games.
Yeah.
Like there's more of those motherfuckers now.
But don't
Like-
you think guys like that like are like they play the video games, but like now they bring some girls in the mix too. Like, oh, like, you know, I need one girl feeding me fucking Cheetos or some candy and shit, and the other one's got to be giving
Yeah.
me top while I play Fortnite.
Damn.
You know,
Damn.
I would think it gets to that because I would do that.
Feeding me Cheetos?
Yeah, well, not
No,
Cheetos,
you'd
but,
probably
like,
be able
you
to
know,
last forever if that was the case.
Yeah,
Like that would be the longest session
Yeah.
getting head in your life. Because there's too many things. When you're playing video games, getting
You're
fed this
eating-
salty snack, and you're getting that.
yeah. You're just going for this like.
Yeah. What are you
Whatever
going for?
you think this moment is, like, you're like, oh yeah, now I've made it. You know, now we're fucking here.
Crazy, man.
So I wonder.
Okay, so I think that's a cool point that you made about how, and again, I don't know if this is true, right? I'm not tapped in like you. I'm a Hindu, but okay, so a lot of Indian people that come to the West, right?
Yeah.
And in the beginning stages of their life, you're right. They're invisible.
Yeah.
If you're a straight dude, you're invisible to, I guess, to every
Yeah,
girl out there that's not also a person that's fresh off the boat, right?
absolutely.
And now we're gonna be in the middle of like this rise of like brown entertainment
Yeah.
in the West and the Renaissance, and it's all fresh stuff, and
Yeah,
that perspective is gonna change.
absolutely.
It's gonna change.
Look how many kids are actually going for it musically now, which is actually awesome to see. You know, like, I can honestly say the first time ever, like, I'm starting to feel that the Punjabi music scene is getting saturated as well, because there's just so many new guys that have a banger here and there. And this is
Yeah.
exactly how it felt in like hip hop. probably in the 2010s. Like once that happened, then you just had so many people popping up. People have bangers, and you know, they just kind of fade off. That's happening right now, like in my opinion, because I don't actually follow the music too much. Like, you know, of course I listen to Diljit and Karnalaja and Sidhu and things like that. You know, even Sukha and whoever like the main guys are, right? Channi guys, obviously Channi Moga, but like, I don't follow the whole scene the way that maybe like other people do. Like people who wait for album drops. When's the last time you waited for an album drop or you were excited about an album?
Travis Scott's last project.
Utopia?
Yeah. Because, you know, Astroworld meant a lot to me, so I needed to like take that one in.
Yeah. Gay.
No, 100%. Pretty much. No, straight up. Like it felt like, yo, I had to take the night off, you know, I had to just kind of soak in some art right now.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I can't even say that.
Yeah.
Empire of the Sun, actually. I was fucking super hyped for that album. But like that's just one of those weird ones that
Is it a recent album that they just dropped?
Yeah, they did.
Damn, that'd be fun to listen to.
Yeah.
I've been listening to them a little bit more and more lately, and
it's a good band.
It's just it's
fun, positive
psychedelic music. It feels it's positive, right?
Yeah.
It's about like what life's about.
Yeah,
you feel like you're on mushrooms every time you listen to one of those songs. Okay, freak offs though. Okay, so you guys spend a lot of money on parties too, though. Now I'm putting one and one together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if I don't want this to happen, but I wonder if like again, it just keeps moving up. Boom, bam. Brown people just super cool, but they've been cool for a long time on the East. But now the West is a little different. Who knows what's happening in India? Blah blah blah. But all this happens, and you guys are already known for spending $200K on a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just spend $45,000 on a random Friday night party?
People
get
do.
A lot done.
People do. I mean,
like,
of course,
nobody get married, but let's have a freak off.
I'm sure that requires someone who's got that level of wealth, and most people in the Punjabi community, like there are people who are at that level now, like, in like the hundreds of M's, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure there's guys doing that, but like I don't know if we're quite there yet in terms of like those scenes. There might be a handful of guys that can do that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like our culture, like, and maybe you share the same experience, kind of like non-layage, people don't really want to slam each other like early on. There's like all this taboo around like, being like free sexually, you know what I mean? You got to always like talk to a girl for a while, get it going. There's like this song and dance, right?
Yeah.
Like which girls are just throwing it at you the first day they meet you, first time, like
I've never had a girl throw it at me the first time.
You know what I mean? Like, does that happen?
Damn.
I mean, I'm sure there's one-offs, but the exceptions don't make the rule. So we're kind of like a non-layage culture.
Yeah.
Now, our guys going to some parts of the world, which shall not be named, and spending $5,000 on a party and having various ladies and accoutrements and booze flowing and getting kind of crazy. Absolutely, that's happening. Locally, I don't know if that's the case.
Just going out to like Indonesia or something, just throwing a bang.
I don't want to say any names. This is a touchy subject.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't want to throw off any
freak offs, man.
Ever.
Freak offs. I don't know. I feel as if because of P Diddy and again because of Epstein or whatever, like they fucked it. They fucked it for people who want islands or just want to be like 40 and throwing parties because like throwing banger parties. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be sick, being 40 years old, again, or getting older in life and still having this mindset of like, I'm going to bring all the people I love together.
Yeah.
And invite like 100 people. Like maybe it sounds douchey, I don't know, but like, I don't think it does, bro. I'm going to invite all my friends.
Yeah.
We only live once. It's all my loved ones. Like the sound, let's leave the kids at home or whatever. Let's just like, just have a good time, bro. And just, it don't have to get freaky.
Yeah.
But I feel as if people should be allowed to still do that and not be, not assume that like they're just freaky shit happening. And they wrecked orgies for everyone too. Not that I'd ever want to like go to one. Too intimidated, too small of a dick to be honest. Like that's a real thing. But that's over. That's over.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. There's probably are just like nice positive parties that most people have where like, you just drink like the nice wines and the champagne, couple of drinks, that's happening.
Hire a cool DJ, get some good food going. Boom,
I think there's just both sides of that spectrum. You know what I mean? Maybe they're the classy ones. Next question on the list. What do we got?
We got a lot here, man.
Let's just see what we can get
Let's go right here. This is the big one.
Yeah.
This is the big one, okay? is Jagmeet the next prime minister of Canada based on what he did like earlier this week and just being, you know how like Donald Trump was had so much bravado and that's why everyone loved him in like 15, 16, 17, 18. Like he just, not everyone, but you know, there was a certain, like people gravitate towards that confidence. Like, yeah, we're America. Dude, what Jagmeet Singh did earlier this week, bro, that's Canada, baby.
Okay,
who said that?
Let's let's get it going here. That's the brown guy in him coming out, you know. And that was actually awesome though. So like, there's some guy chirping, conservative guy. Apparently, this is what he does. He's kind of a troll. He follows people around. He came for a while, and he called him a corrupted bastard as he was walking away. Now Jagmeet turned around, fucking straight bitch made this guy. He's like, oh, who said that? You say that? He's like, you wouldn't say it to my face. You're a coward. That's what's up. You know, he drops it. That's what's up. He's like, who said it? Point him out. And the guy's just fucking folding. Like, I think this is the big thing that, like, is kind of turning me away from, like, supporting the conservatives is that they're becoming exactly who the far lefties had become. Like, the victims.
That guy was like, I didn't say it, right? I didn't say it. I think it was somebody behind me.
Gaslighting, you know, talking bullshit, and then when you get checked, start acting like the victim. That's what kind of turned me off from, like, the far left, you know, stuff, right? Everyone was a victim. And now the conservatives, with their bitching and complaining, they're becoming that. So I'm kind of, like, back in the middle of my, like, political alignment again.
Yeah, that moment. This moment was the biggest moment of your political life.
I don't even want to say political.
No, this was the craziest moment, bro, because look who did it. Like, this guy's going to work, I guess, at Parliament or in Ottawa or something, and he looks like you. To some extent. In Canada, in the West, you know, and look at what he did. He's just walking to work, and then he turns around and, bro, like he didn't say who the fuck said that to me, but that's exactly what people felt through the screen.
100%.
He was maybe a second away or like an instinct away from like, punching some dude in the face. Like that, I could feel it through the screen. He was actually mad. Super choked.
He was pissed, and people are like, "Oh, he had the cops with them and this and that." Like, okay, the cops are there to protect you too, man.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like, and you know, it would have been way worse if Jagmeet actually hit the guy, because basically what would happen is that guy would have sued, and he would have gotten his wish. He would be able to live in Canada without worries and buy a home and all that kind of stuff, sitting on his fucking gas, which a lot of these victim type peoples want to do.
Bro, if that happened, dude, I would not be seen with you in public, man, for a couple weeks. That'd be the craziest moment in Canadian history, bro.
Yeah.
Like, especially with the climate around, like, you know, just, I'm not going to say the complete climate, because, again, the internet is just louder than everything.
Of course.
If it bleeds, it leads, blah, blah, blah. And right now, it's like a lot of white people hate brown people.
Yeah,
a lot of white people are angry enough with brown people.
It's a small amount
of people, right? But they're just so funny and noisy about it.
Yeah.
And I say funny loosely, but this shit's entertaining to me, man. I watched South Park at 5 years old, okay? I can't help but laugh at this shit.
Yeah.
But if Jagmeet actually punched this white dude in the face for calling him a bastard, people would ignore the bastard part, and, bro, it'd be over. Again, being seen with you in public would be crazy, man.
I don't know about that. You know? It's expected. It's, you know what? It's expected from the brown community. The thing is this. You mentioned could he be the next prime minister? They're not going to win enough seats to ever take that over. However, this last election, he almost basically was the prime minister, because it was a minority government, and the NDP had made a coalition with the Liberals. So this guy had a fucking large dick to swing in all those conversations about which way he wanted policy to go. Even recently, they had this meeting again in Parliament. They actually had to cut the mics off. Pierre Poilievre doing what he does, you know, he's talking his shit, amazing shit talker, you know, and just a great shit talker. And then Jagmeet's basically like, come outside, like, you know, I'm right here, say it to my face, this and that. Like, he's challenging Pierre in the middle of Parliament.
Yeah.
Is the pressure getting to him, or do you think he's just like, I'm done with this shit, this guy's talking too much shit, now it's time to fucking go?
Well,
and they want to see a strong leader, we'll show him what's up.
Well, bro, I think the comment struck a chord, because, you know, back in the day, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, I don't know, my years are all blurry, but when he was entering the political world in the mainstream, you know, part of his push was, you know, being a main character, and he released a book, and I read it.
Yeah, you read the book.
I read the book. And a big part of that book talks about how, again, I got a blurry memory, you know, I smoke a lot of weed. Yeah. Do my thing. I'm always busy. I'm not really like locking things in, but I'm pretty sure his dad was like alcoholic.
Yeah,
and his
I
dad
think that's
was
part
not
of
in
it.
the dad was not in the mix.
Yeah,
So what was he called? The something bastard?
corrupted
A
bastard.
corrupted bastard. You don't think that struck a chord with
Yeah.
this dude who had to
Yeah,
really like be the man of his family at a young age because
Yeah.
his dad was fucking around? And
That
yeah,
kid-
he was
yeah.
a successful doctor and stuff like that, and he came to Canada and really established his roots. But he was in ways an abusive father, right?
yeah,
And I think the bastard thing really got to
Yeah.
him. If it was like bitch or fuck you, he would
Yeah.
have kept walking. But the bastard part hit a chord.
You know what? I actually didn't think about that. Like, that is crazy. He probably felt the double entendre. And maybe that guy might have even meant the double, like, entendre. It wasn't just like a bastard as a throwaway comment, but it was actually because he knew about this guy's situation and he kind of said it, right? An amazing moment. John Kretchian once choked a guy out, actually, or slapped a guy, something like that. But honestly, it was an amazing moment. And, like,
Dude.
the amazing thing is, like, that doesn't make me like him any less. I like him a lot more. In
Dude.
fact, even though I don't agree with the policies and I feel like he's a big flip-flopper on things,
Yeah.
just because he's Punjabi Sikh doesn't mean I align with him. Like, I do feel like, he's a politician, right? He
Yeah, of
flip-flops
course.
on a lot of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But that
Like
was
we-
such
like
a
we all
genuine.
do.
That was such a genuine moment. You know what I mean? It was real. I don't even think he thought that I got the security behind me. I'm going to be able to do it. No,
He blacked out.
It was he wasn't gonna let that guy talk shit. He might have had a fight with his wife earlier in the day. That was it.
Dude.
And that guy was such a bitch in that moment. The other guy, like, and people are like, "Oh, this is so unprofessional by Jagmeet." Like, look at who your guy's fucking leader is, man.
Dude, look
Don't
at-
talk about professionalism. That's out the window. That's been done. That's been done. Like, let's not even talk about that anymore.
Yeah. It's
Professionalism.
he got scared.
Yeah.
You know, like we've been in that situation where as a man,
Yeah.
again, playing sports, I talked a lot of shit,
Yeah.
Talked a lot of shit. Even talking shit as a podcaster, Canucks podcaster, I talk a lot of shit, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you get checked, and sometimes you can handle getting checked because you're like, yo, you ain't got shit on me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you up with some, don't worry, I got you, Like,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna win this one.
Yeah.
But sometimes the energy is like, yo, I'm not beating this guy today.
Yeah,
And I think Jagmeet came, like when he turned around and hit him with the energy he was given, because like
Yeah.
I said, I felt it to the screen. That dude felt it, and he's like, dude, this guy's gonna kick my ass.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Jagmeet is also
He's a black belt
there you
in
go.
jiu-jitsu.
There you
and
go,
he's trained
bro.
martial arts a
There you
large
go.
portion of his life.
Did you know
like-
he got molested when he was younger too?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I read about it.
Yeah, there's something like that. I didn't do too much research into
Yeah,
it, but
yeah, that's a different character, yo. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that moment on the next $5 bill, man. That'd be so sick, man. That'd be so crazy, man.
Next question.
Next question, man. What is this? Women sleeping with their
With men to get to the top. Okay, so somebody
What?
sent me this one. Like, I mean, know, in
what was
today's-
it? Did you open a DM from 2017? Like, what? Yo,
no, this was there.
Yeah.
Women sleeping their way to the top doesn't happen at this point in life. I mean, like, fuck, like, I mean, I think we're so past that now. Like, you know what I mean? It's everyone gets ahead based on the value that they provide. Simple as fucking that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And in certain situations, guys use what's available to them, their connections or this and that.
Yeah.
Women use their connections. Like, like maybe they are sleeping with some dude who has a really good friend in the career path that they want. Now,
Yeah.
is that you sleeping your way to the top, or is that just kind of like you recognizing that opportunity? It's like, okay, I'm fucking with this guy that I kind of like.
Yeah, like having a good time.
Yeah. And
Yo, Matt-
and now his friend can help me move my career along. Why would you not take that opportunity and at least throw that question out there? Don't wait for it.
Dude, metaphorically speaking, like straight males have been sucking dick their way to the top for a while.
Oh.
Like, for real. You just like
100%.
there's so many people out here that
That's a whole game.
You connect with, and bro, they
That's a whole
they
game.
want something from you.
Yeah.
And they're picking up the tab, or
Yeah.
they're doing this and they're doing that.
Yeah.
And it's like it comes from their heart, but it comes from this
Yeah.
blueprint in their mind, right?
It's like, yeah, I want to fuck with this guy.
Yeah.
And like, I want to create a relationship with him. And like,
Yeah.
there is something that
Yeah.
I can benefit in this situation. That is the name of this fucking basically the entire game. And I don't know if people necessarily like are always like consciously thinking about it, but it's
Yeah.
probably there like in the back of their head.
Yeah.
Some people are calculated, right? They know exactly what it is. But some people, I think they understand, like, you know what?
Exactly.
There's benefit here for me, but I also enjoy hanging out with this person as well. And, like, you know, that whole thing of surrounding yourself with.
Exactly, man.
know,
It's like God,
people,
it's like God says, right? Don't hate the player, hate the game, man.
Yeah.
For real, man. It is what it is, man. What do we got here? Okay, not the same ethnicity partner.
Okay.
That's crazy. I'm a Hindu dating a Punjabi girl.
I mean, that line's a little bit more blurred, I guess. You know, you're still brown. We're still from India, and like, while there is conflict between Sikhs and Hindu people, that is a political thing. It's a political issue, right? I mean, well, obviously, you know the history of India and how the '84 stuff happened.
Not really.
No?
Bro, like
but you're Fijian as well, right? So it's a little bit different. You guys weren't involved in this one. It wasn't your guys' fault. You just followed the religion.
I'm Fijian first,
Yeah.
Hindi second.
Yeah, so
Dude, thank you, man.
We're cool with Fijians.
Yo.
We're cool with Hindus too, but it's just like there's that underlying thing, like where like you guys fucked us over, you killed us so many times.
I'm a Findu.
Yeah,
Findu.
yeah.
Yo, how many Fijian friends do you have? I'm curious.
Um,
and what are your thoughts on Findus in general?
On Findus?
Because I feel like you've met a bunch.
I think they're always super warm, man. And you know, in Richmond, I grew up with around like a lot of them as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say in my close circle. Like, you're probably my closest Fijian friend.
Findu.
Yeah.
Indian.
But like I'm cool with so many Fijian people,
Yeah.
man. So many Fijian people.
Bula,
and like,
bula.
yeah.
Shout out to Fijis, man. Fijis. When people say Fijian, right?
Fijian or Fijian?
It's Fijian.
It's Fijian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fijian.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, man. I'm a culture vulture, man. For real, dude. I'm getting better though, man. I'm getting older. I'm getting wiser.
Yeah.
What do we got here? New poetry. I don't like. Are you writing more, man?
I'm
What's
not.
Going on? 10 days sober. Have you wrote anything
No.
in these 10 days?
You know, I'm happy right now, right?
Damn.
In a good relationship. You know, things are fine. I don't feel like the artistic edge for the poetry, but I do actually want to start recording videos about some of those older posts I had.
Yeah.
Because now I feel like I have such a new audience that doesn't even know that part of me. So I feel like I can kind of have a resurgence. I still got a book sale here and there, eh? Like once every couple of weeks, someone will buy a book.
That's
you
so
know,
sad.
still on Amazon. And if you want that plug, you don't buy the book. It's a fucking dope book.
Yeah, Past Life. It's like The Alchemist and Randy's old book.
Absolutely.
Really?
So I might start releasing like little clips like in front of a fireplace and like making it kind of cool. But we'll see how that goes, you know.
Define a good relationship, man.
Yep.
That's my question, because I think that this morning, my girl and I, we didn't get into a dispute or a fight. But
Do you guys usually?
But I think I got in trouble for not planning what's for dinner tonight. And I was like, "Oh, what do you want?" And she said, "Oh, I'd be down for a salad." And I'm like, "Oh, what do you want in the salad?" She's like, "I don't know."
Oh.
I could just tell that she wants me to plan what's in the salad.
Yeah.
And these are the moments where I'm like, yo, it's 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I heard in this very room,
Yeah.
2 women were podcasting, spiritual leaders.
Yeah.
You know what they're saying? One girl was like, energy is never destroyed. It's always transferred.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, baby, why are you getting mad at me for not knowing what you want in your salad at 9:55 in the morning? Why couldn't it just been like don't worry, baby, like I'll text you throughout the day. It's just a salad. I don't know what you want. But I felt like there was I'm not a good planner. I haven't planned out a date in a while. I don't know what she wants in her salad. That's a woman, man. So find a good relationship, man. What makes a good relationship?
I mean, I think we all deal with that same shit that you're dealing with, right? All right, guys, we interrupt you for a quick shout out to one of my sponsors, Cool Cat Apparel. Shout out my boy, premium quality goods. You know, he's got the Punjab hoodie. He's got so much new shit coming out, limited drops. Be one of the cool cats. Get yours today. All right, guys, I want to thank you for listening. If you made it this far, please subscribe, like, comment, share, tell all your friends. This is the hottest podcast, and it helps the channel a lot, so I appreciate it. Carry on.
That's a woman, man. So find a good relationship, man. What makes a good
Well,
relationship?
I mean, I think we all deal with that same shit that you're dealing with, right? I mean,
What is it?
sometimes they want to shut the brain off and, you know, just like have something like sorted out for them, and you should already know what they like, because maybe they've been dropping those hints the entire time you guys have been together.
Damn.
So you already know what they like, but she's trying to almost test, like, does this guy even fucking, like, know? Like, why do I have to tell him after I feel like I've been telling him and I feel like this guy's not listening? And this is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. That could be it.
Bro.
That could be it. You know, they've been dropping the crumbs and the hints the entire time.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. In the salad, maybe she wants some variety, wants something new. Like,
Yeah, and
you know,
something tasty. They always just want,
like-
like, make sure it slaps.
you know, like, you ever do the arugula salad?
No, what the hell?
So good. Okay, so this is the easiest salad you could ever fucking make.
Yeah.
You get basically garlic.
Yeah.
You mix it in with like a little bit of olive oil and
Yeah.
some lemon, and
Yeah.
that's the dressing.
Okay, cool.
And Parmesan.
Okay, sick.
And then you just toss it into some arugula. It's the
Uh,
fucking best salad you'll ever have.
Thank you, dude. I'm actually gonna do that. I'm
Yeah,
actually gonna
the
do
best
that, man.
salad you'll have.
Nah,
Or you can do it with kale as well.
I like it, man. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she wanted
Yeah.
here, and
You can throw in some chicken. Fuck it.
I gotta bring. I can cook, man. I can do this.
Yeah.
I was just being nice. I'm like, yo, just let me know what you want in your salad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be the. I'm trying to just like actually do it. I got you.
Yeah.
I want you. I want to know what you want in there because I want to make sure you get off work on you're fed well.
Yeah.
And for her to just hit me with like, I telling you, it was like the
Yeah.
I don't know energy and like you should know what I want
Yeah.
in my salad. You think of it, blah blah blah. And I'm like, damn, it's 9:55. Like,
See,
but come on, just,
I was gonna pass off that whole idea as my own of, you know, like the girl dropping the crumbs the whole time and
Yeah.
kind of almost testing you. But where I got that from is like I've been kind of seeing a counselor,
okay.
you
there
know, just
go.
to work on myself and my relationship and things like that. It's expensive though. I use BetterHelp, the
Yeah.
app. It's
really
like
cool.
$80 a session, American, so it gets fucking
110.
yeah. So I'm like, fuck it.
Damn,
I was
you
like,
must
I'll wait
really
for.
love this girl, dude.
Well, I mean,
no,
I
you
think-
do. You do.
I do definitely. There's no doubt about that. But in general, like it's like more about like working on myself as well, and just like kind of being better equipped at handling
yeah.
the problems when they arise. Because my girlfriend did say like you kind of like, you know, flip a lid when it kind of gets to a point. Because I don't say anything for a
Yeah,
while, and then
yeah.
when something kind of like breaks the camel's back, then I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
it's time for you to cry.
Yo. Dude. This is what I'm saying. P. Diddy fucked it for everyone. Like, you're going to be looked at as the worst person for saying that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at this toxic, psychological, cynical, like, you know, it's like, nah, I get what you're saying, bro.
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
Yeah.
But you're definitely going to cry.
But irregardless, you know, she's like, you need to work on that because, like, you know, it's getting to a point where, like, you know, it's happening a little bit too much. Like, every time we have, like, a argument, I feel like I stretch it out, but maybe, like, you know, sometimes you might not get annoyed by something for, like, 6 months.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get annoyed by things fucking once a week for, like, a month straight.
Yeah.
So maybe that's kind of where it is. And it's like, oh, like, but people have their bad spells, right?
Yeah.
But I've been seeing this counselor, and fuck, it's been great, man. Like, I just
It's beautiful.
really
man.
helped me step away from my reaction in that moment, and like understanding, you know, a little bit better about the female psychology. Which, like, even at fucking 33, I got no idea.
I got no idea.
I got no idea. I'm surrounded by men. Like, all we
Yeah.
do is talk bullshit, and
Exactly.
like, you know, I
Exactly.
have my girlfriend, but it's like it's just trying to decipher this fucking Rubik's cube all the time.
No, that's really cool that you're doing that, man.
Yeah.
And educating yourself. Because like you
I
said,
implore everyone to do
we're
that,
not-
especially if
we
your
don't know
company
shit.
covers it.
we don't get it.
Yeah,
I like to laugh at it.
yeah,
I don't understand it. I get then you know you bottle it up and eventually you're like me, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, like I got like some clips to make. I gotta record
yeah.
a
I
podcast.
got
Like,
shit to do.
why couldn't you just tell me this like 8 hours?
Yeah.
Like we're like, yo, baby, like I really wanted you to
Yeah.
just plan this date out, but like you gotta hit me with like,
Yeah.
And it was a lot to handle. But
What's the age difference between you guys?
7 years.
7 years, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're in my boat. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm at 8 years.
Yeah.
So we're kind of going through the same thing. Like I mean, I guess you're a little bit younger than me. You're 30 now, 31?
31 and a half.
31 and a half. Oh, yeah, that's your thing, right?
That's
31
just
and
the
a half.
truth, man.
So we're, super similar in that age group right there as
Yeah.
well. But,
Yeah.
like, we're still seeing our partners kind of,
Yeah.
but I guess it's probably, what,
I
27 now? 26?
no, dude. Do
Oh,
the math. You
shit,
suck. You
bro.
suck at math, bro.
yeah.
You
24?
suck at math, man.
24?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I
early-
never.
mid-twenties.
I don't know. I never really think about that a lot.
Yeah.
To be honest, I just in moments like this morning, I'm just it just fascinates me. You know,
Yeah.
how much I don't know and how much I don't understand, and obviously we're laughing about it right here.
Yeah.
But it's I think it is important to like do what
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to do. Like you specifically said, like I'm doing it for myself, but I'm actually trying to learn more about the psychology or whatever because we're different.
Yeah.
We're so different.
Oh
dude.
yeah, absolutely.
Not even personality. I'm talking literal. I know there's like a 57 different genders right now.
Yeah.
But like men and women, straight men and women,
Yeah.
they're fucking different.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, I guess it's just a part of like maybe maturing. Like even sometimes when I look at my old podcasts and like it is super like bitches and fuck them and it was like kind of just like everything was a joke and I never actually like felt like kind of that strongly. It was always to add emphasis to the joke overall.
Yeah.
But like still just being like, kind of being a little bit more mindful now of like the way I speak and things like that. Like I'll still drop bitches here and there for sure. That's going to happen. But that's
I'm
always
I'm not going to stop dropping that too because they call each other bitches.
Yeah.
Like and when they're friends.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's have you ever seen that thing for, dropping the N-word? It's like that other guy thinks it's cool to say it because you think it's cool to say it.
Damn.
As a black person or whatever, but I don't know how much that translates into the situation.
I don't know if it does.
I don't know if it does.
Yeah.
Just me thinking aloud.
Well, what did they call us?
Idiots.
Yeah,
idiots, morons.
Yeah,
They don't know anything.
they don't know anything. Assholes.
Yeah.
He's ugly. They probably use that a couple times.
Yeah.
Just drop it, Really try to, because they have the knives on them all the time. Like, they'll go for it.
Oh yeah.
It'll take 6 months for you to use it,
Yeah.
They'll use it over salad, dude.
Yeah.
Details in a
There
salad.
you go.
And it's like, whoa.
And now you got to go home and sort it out. But maybe
Dude,
she's had time to cool down.
But that's definitely why I'm not ready to get married.
Yeah.
That's the biggest reason. I got to follow your lead, man. I got to start getting trained on how to just educate myself on the psychology of the woman you love.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to stay in a position where I'm living alone until I can handle going home after work to, your partner who's mad at you, because I would hate that.
Yeah.
After a long day of work, knowing that, like,
That's going to happen, though. I don't think you can avoid that.
bro, I don't think
you can avoid that at all.
Bro, that's what I get scared of, man.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm not scared a lot. I'm scared of public washrooms and that.
You're scared of public washrooms?
Of course.
You got to work construction.
I took a shit in a public washroom in Cancun.
Oh, wow. That's a gross one, too.
That was gross. In the middle of a day party.
That's a gross one as well.
I'm sorry.
No, but I mean, like, I think you work construction for a little while. Like, that fear goes right out the window pretty fucking quickly, man.
I went to Cancun last week, and I took a piss in one of those porta potties. Just the nastiest place. Like, so scary.
Yeah. You been to festivals ever?
Of course.
So, like, what do you do when you're there?
Well, I haven't gone to a festival, like, in 9 years. Like, a legitimate... Like, you're in the
those
middle.
porta potties are fucking disgusting.
I went to the Gorge. You've been to the
Gorge?
Yeah,
I've been to Paradiso twice.
I've been to Paradiso. Maybe we were there together.
Maybe.
Paradiso 2013, 2014.
I can't remember, yeah.
But, dude, one time I started drinking like at 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, and it was Jose Cuervo.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a 16 ounce or whatever with the handle.
Oh,
like,
God.
And just sipping, having a good time with a lot of the homies. Like, one love to all the homies. And my friend actually found me passed out in a porta potty. And I had to like carry me out of the porta potty, and just this is a crazy story. Carry me into a porta potty, bring me back to my tent. Right?
Yeah.
I'm passed out, and there was this girl there.
Yeah.
And again, like, this is a freshly single, different vibes.
Yeah.
Boom, bam. You still, like, you're just young, right?
Yeah.
Like, different scenarios, and I'm fucked up out of my mind. I'm hungover. I wake up like it's like 4 o'clock.
Yeah. PM.
And there's this baddie in my tent.
Yeah.
Just talking to me, chilling. It's a rave. It's probably it's time to go.
Yeah.
But like you said earlier, man, I'm that type of guy where it's like, you need like 4 or 5 dates, man. I'm the guy who needs that, But I don't think I had the confidence to ever do one night stands. Like, I feel, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why that's in me. Maybe I feel like the fresh off the boat guy comes in, like, never, never had the girls come after me
bravado,
in elementary, high school, like that. Yeah. So maybe I'm just going through memory lane right now, man.
Yeah. No, I feel
porta potties, man. Trashiest moments of my life, man. Where are we going with this?
Next up.
Who knows? Next up, we got the shoes thrown at Karn Aujla.
Okay, this
Yeah,
is a
Karn
big one.
Aujla and Jagmeet had controversial moments,
You didn't see-
confrontational moments in the
Did
same
you
way.
see the shoe
I
throwing?
seen it. It was funny,
So,
but rude.
I mean, okay, here's the thing. That kid's fucking excited. He paid a lot of money to fucking sit in the front row. He's probably thinking that I'm going to throw my shoe. He's going to sign it, throw it back to me, right? Unfortunately, the way he threw his shoe, he had one shot at it. He couldn't underthrow it. He couldn't overthrow it. He probably wanted to make sure it got to him. Unfortunately, he hit him in like the upper chest.
Yeah,
Bad scene, but Karn Aujla, I don't think handled it the best way either. Did you see the flip side where Diljit got a phone thrown at him?
And what did he do?
Handle it like a champ. He's like, "Yo, don't throw the phone." He's like, "Why would you do that? Why would you want to, lose your phone?"
Yeah.
I love you though. It's all good. No big deal.
Yeah.
Because again, that kid's probably thinking he's gonna take the video with my phone.
Yeah.
He's gonna give it back to me. But Diljit's just like, "I love you. Don't worry about it. Show goes on. I love you forever, but don't do that again." Karn Aujla challenged this guy to fight. Like, I think you gotta handle it like Diljit did.
Yeah.
Don't fucking throw the shoe. All good, bro. Enjoy yourself. Don't throw no shoes. Maybe sign it and toss it. That's how you build that like extra rapport with the fans. You know what I mean? They see that you're like a solid guy about it and not just kind of a prick. And I get it. You got hit with the shoe. Maybe you don't know exactly how to react right in that second.
Yeah.
Because it's just a big energy moment. Someone throws a shoe. Maybe you felt it was like a disrespectful thing. And he just didn't handle it right in that moment. And maybe 10 other times he would have handled it positively. But now we know what it is because of what happened in that exact moment, right?
Yeah. I don't know. You get your guard up. I don't know. Maybe you got really scared in that moment based on what's happening with him in his life.
Yeah.
And maybe in that like split second before the shoe hit him, he thought it was something else, and it just created like this for lack of a better term, like a rowdy Surrey Jack for like 5 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just don't throw your shoes, man.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
rowdy.
you should be throwing
It's
shoes.
rowdy. Because, bro, if it could hit him, and you never know, like you could get cut, or you just don't know these things. Like, how often are you hit in the face with a shoe?
You ever seen that thing where somebody threw a phone up onto, I think it was Ray Shremmerd?
Oh, and he got choked.
Yeah, it hit him in the lip, though. Like, he was fucked up. Like, but like a phone will fucking actually hurt, man.
Yeah,
you get hit in the mouth with that thing. That's not.
Bro.
That's not a.
Yeah, dude.
Small thing that
Sway
fucking
Lee,
hurts.
man. I remember that.
Yeah,
That
he
was
was
rowdy,
fucking
dude.
choked.
That was rowdy, man.
Yeah.
So just don't do that shit. Just don't do that shit.
Next question.
20 students in the basement suite.
20 students in the basement suite. I don't actually know anywhere that this happens. Like, I mean,
I've seen it
you've seen 20?
because I used to.
Or like, okay, let's not say 20. But
No,
like
no.
10, 11?
I've seen my homie, really dope dude.
Yeah.
He was a quote unquote student
Yeah.
who moved here
Mm-hmm.
to just make money, start working, and he was in a basement suite with a ton of his homies. Like,
Yeah.
I never knew the number. It was like maybe 8 to 10 to 12. I don't know. It's a lot of people. And one time he invited me over to hit the bong. It's a younger time in my life. This is a fun stage in life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sure, man.
Yeah.
I'm down. I never knew him other than being the cool guy at work.
Yeah.
And he had the Indian accent, the thick Indian accent, but so cool, like just normal
The
dude.
dope
I don't
dude, yeah,
really
yeah.
look at the accents, like it's just
Yeah,
the vibes, that the energy. Like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
hang out, you know. And he invited me over, and bro, it was like walking through a dumpster, bro.
Yeah.
And then dude, no, bro. Honestly speaking, bro, it was crazy. It was like this shock. You know how you talked about that scene in that movie that reminded me of hell, bro. That had to be hell. No. What, you think I'm joking, bro? You see those videos you see online of like it just being torn apart, bro. I'm talking garbage on the ground everywhere, every single place, like there's food left, like dishes on the dishes. It's just rowdy. It's rowdy. It's a shock.
Yeah, but there's like 8, 9 guys living there, right?
Dude, 100%.
And they're all disgusting. They've had people. I mean, coming from India, you have people clean up after you, right? And not to say in general, like like a lot of like the brown kids growing up here, didn't have people cleaning up after them. So you got guys that are in a new place. They just don't give a fuck right now. They're eating pizza, multiple times a week.
Dude, the same pizza, like
yeah, it's like like the half piece.
Yeah,
that's still on the counter.
They finished that off.
Yeah,
3 days later. You can only imagine what the bathroom looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Are you gonna tell me? Or
no, I can't even describe it because I don't have I need to write it down to actually describe what it is. I'm just not I can't riff
You
like that off
blocked
the
it out.
dome.
You got PTSD.
It was PTSD, like, you know.
That's crazy.
But it was complete shock, bro.
You're
Did
confirming.
I still smoke the bong?
Yeah.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
Because I'm a bro.
Yeah.
I have to like get past that to fulfill what we were trying to do there. Just
Yeah.
hang out,
Are you
have a
still
good
friends
time.
with this guy?
No, because we don't work together anymore.
Yeah.
But it just the way it is. Like
Yeah.
all love. I don't
Yeah,
judge.
yeah.
I don't because bro, everyone's different. Everyone's learning at their own time.
I mean, being
They
gross
just
is
got-
like one of those things. So, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And bro, if you were a good Canadian citizen, no, if I was just a good homie,
Yeah.
I should have told him, bro,
Yeah.
this ain't cool.
Yeah.
But maybe if we hung out a second time,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
third
yeah,
time,
yeah.
but not on the first one. And
Yeah, you
I-
can't
I-
tell people how to live their life when you meet them, right?
I have
Yeah.
I have faith that he's cleaned up his act.
See, you're just confirming everything that a lot of the real Canadians hate about us, and I'm like I knew like shit's like pretty bad out there, but what
Yeah.
you're describing is like not what I thought actually happened.
No, it's the truth.
So like that, I mean, that's probably like one of the more extreme examples because like I've had students like I've known various people around, like the houses are pretty clean.
Bro,
and
it
they're
was
not,
like
super-
swimming through the bottom of a porta potty. Honestly,
Wow.
I took how I took a piss at Creighton. I look now because I'm just like, I
Yeah.
can't like just close my eyes. It's just
Yeah.
like, it's just like I don't know what the fuck is going on. It was
Yeah.
gross. It was disgusting. It was like swimming in that to
Yeah.
get to that bong at the end of the swim,
That's pretty crazy.
bro. It was
What was the garbage though on the floor? Like what was the garbage like?
no, it was just
Like what kind of garbage?
Like,
Like-
I'm talking like ketchup bottles, just wrappers, like McDonald wrappers,
Yeah.
pizza, like you described it. Then like all their takeout stuff, like
Yeah.
not in garbage cans, not in the kitchen. Like I'm talking right below your feet, or
Open and shit.
open.
Oh.
No, it was literally how you walk through like East Hastings.
Yeah.
And there's garbage everywhere before they do their cleanups. I'm telling you, that's what it was like. And like I said, you can only imagine what the bathroom looked like.
Yeah.
And
Fucking grouts yellow.
yeah.
There's
Anyways,
like
this is going down a dark path. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna get beat up here. But I have
it was
faith
gross.
that we can all clean up our act.
Yeah.
We can all have honest conversations and not get through the finish line with abusive comments and open racism.
Yeah.
It's not about that.
Yeah.
It's about being aware and having strong communication between the communities
Yeah.
too. Like I'm sure there's some dirty ass Findies out there too that just got here. You're just different.
Just dirty ass people.
Dirty
Let's
ass
not
people,
even
sorry.
make it a.
I was just throwing myself in the boat because like yeah.
Like
dirty-ass
dirty ass people, and like, I mean, from what you're describing, like, I think if you're the extreme example of like like actually what the problem is,
Yeah.
then maybe they do have a point.
Like when
what
you
I
pick
mean?
up dog shit and
Yeah.
the dog bag breaks.
The dog guy.
The dog bag.
Oh
it
yeah,
breaks.
yeah, yeah,
Imagine like seeing your hand and just walking around
yeah.
in that. That's what it
Oh
was
man,
like.
I got sent this disgusting video where
I
a
think we
guy is digging through a porter potty.
Ugh.
Just for like, it's like a type of video where it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of like supposed to shock you. So it's like a full porta potty's in there, and he grabs his chunk and starts squeezing.
Okay, we're out of here. You know what? There's a session about to start.
Yeah,
it might be
yeah,
11, and if they're
Absolutely.
listening to this, it just killed their vibe
Absolutely,
because there's
So-
nothing worse. The P Diddy thing was bad. It was
Yeah.
really it was really dark. But this, it smells bad.
Okay, let's wrap it up then. That is concluding Spilled Milk episode 9 with the great and powerful Kyle Bowen. We've got a lot left to go. Like, that list is not done, but I want people to start sending shit in weekly. I thought this was flowy. I thought it was fucking good. You guys decide. Let me know what you guys think, Thank you guys so much.